collections of TVs or movies or cartoons, cereals. Well, now's the time to buy. Go to oldtimeradiodvd.com and you can make your purchase. And also, we have digital downloads at very good pricing. Check it out, oldtimeradiodvd.com.
Mother, is Maxwell House really the only coffee in the world?
Well, your father says so, and your father knows best.
Yes, it's Father Knows Best, transcribed in Hollywood, starring Robert Young as father. A half-hour visit with your neighbors, the Andersons, brought to you by America's favorite coffee, Maxwell House. The coffee that's always good to the last drop. In Chapter 10 of Oliver Twist, the astute Mr. Dickens observed, there is a passion for hunting something deeply implanted in every human breast. Well, in Springfield, in a white frame house on Maple Street, the Andersons are living examples of the Dickens philosophy. I don't mean they spend their days tracking wild game or stalking the savage beast in his native lair. Nothing like that. The Andersons specialize in bargains, and there are no greater hunters on either side of the Mississippi. Like this. Margaret! Honey, I'm home.
Jim?
Well, who do you think? It's Murgatroyd McDougal, the friendly plumber.
Jim, don't you dare come into the den.
I can't hear you, honey. What are you doing in the...
Jim Anderson, I asked you not to come in here.
Why not?
I wanted it to be a surprise and you had to spoil it.
Shall I go out and come back in again?
No. As long as you're here, well, what do you think of it?
Of what?
You mean you don't notice anything new?
No, everything looks just... Honey, will you please ask Bud to keep his junk off my desk?
What junk?
That bunch of old scrap iron. If he can't find any other place...
Jim, that's the surprise.
In a big house like this, I should think... It's what?
That's the new lamp I bought.
That's a lamp.
Isn't it beautiful?
Margaret...
The base is an early New England weather vane, and there isn't another one like it anywhere in Springfield.
Honey, I was perfectly happy with the lamp I had.
It's so quaint, and a real bargain, too.
I know, but you see, the lamp I had...
It was only $12.95, and Mr. Adams says all it needs is some new wiring.
Fine. But the lamp... How much?
$12.95.
You paid the junk man $13 for that... That?
It was not $13. It was $12.95.
I beg your pardon.
And Mr. Adams is not a junk man. He's a collector of early American relics.
See what he'll give us for my Aunt Martha.
Jim.
Honey, there was nothing wrong with the lamp I had, was there?
Doesn't it mean anything to you to have a lamp that's, well, a little different?
I'd rather have one that works. And the lamp I had...
Mr. Adams said he wouldn't be surprised if this was the only lamp of its kind in the entire country.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, there must have been somebody else who needed a weather vane on his desk.
Jim.
After all, why guess which way the wind is blowing when you can have a weather vane right in your lap?
Jim Anderson, you know very well...
What if you want to do a little light reading up on the roof? Margaret, why don't you call Mr. Adams?
Jim, if you're worried about the money, well, that's part of the surprise, too.
You mean there's more?
I saved $12 whole on the lectures, and that means the lamp doesn't cost us a thing.
You say... Honey, what lectures?
Didn't I tell you about that?
No, dear, you didn't.
Well, Bertram Stokes is giving a series of lectures on the psychology of better living.
He is, huh?
And the regular price is $18.
I see. And just because you were sucker enough to pay only $6, you figured that...
I didn't pay $6, Jim. It was $24.
You paid $24 for tickets to a bunch of dizzy lectures? Wait a minute. How did you save $12?
I told you, the price for one is $18, but if a couple buys them, they're only $24 for the two.
So, you saved $12.
Well, didn't I?
Margaret.
18 times 2 is 36, and I only paid 24. And if that isn't a clear saving of $12, well, then I just don't know how to add.
Honey,
Yes?
I think I'll go out and water the lawn.
Jim, dinner's almost ready, and if you go outside...
I'll come in when you call me. I'll just be in the backyard.
Well, just a minute, dear. We're in the den, Betty.
Honey, I've had a hard day at the office, and if I feel like watering the lawn...
Mother, wait till you see what I got. If this is the dreamiest thing.
Betty, please, your father was telling me something.
He was? Oh, hello, Father.
Hello, Betty.
Hey, Mom. Well, I guess it's closer to dinner time than I thought.
Go ahead, Father.
What?
Mother said you wanted to say something.
Well, it's nice of you to remember.